Back here on BookTube, and I actually have a pretty interesting book that I'm going to talk about today. It's actually a book that I haven't read, but before I talk about it, if you could, please hit the like button for this video, and if you would be so inclined to hit the subscribe button for future video content on this channel. Now, the book I want to talk about today is an author that I think most people are going to immediately recognize, and this is a book that I've been thinking about for quite a while, and I've seen it and I thought it was an interesting concept for a book. I'm not always big on legal courtroom stories, but with this author I've made an exception because I do like the way this author writes and puts together stories. I'm doing something that's the opposite of what I normally do. Normally, I would advise that you read the book before you actually watch the movie. But in this case, I watched the movie first, and now I'm thinking about reading the book. And the book is Runaway Jury by John Grisham. And I have read a lot of I've read a few John Grisham books, and I've seen a lot of his movies based on his books, if not probably all of them. I think the last one that I hadn't seen, it was an older one, The Chamber, and I did actually see that movie. The book was better, I thought, but I did see the movie. I still want to read, I did read The Pelican Brief. I still want to read The Firm because I did like The Firm as a movie. I actually went to see it with my dad, and it was a kind of a special movie to go see it with him in the theater. But Runaway Jury, I really liked the movie a lot because I just liked the depth of the movie, and the acting was really, really good, I thought. But then I thought, as I was watching it, like, I didn't want to pass on the opportunity to watch the movie because sometimes when you have these streaming companies, sometimes a movie is there and then it's gone, and then it's there and then it's gone. The same is true with TV series. And so I saw that the movie was there and it was available, and I jumped on it, and it's good because now I can't find the movie anymore to watch without paying for it. So it was good that I did watch it, but I then later acquired the book because my mom gave me the book, and she had a copy of it, and she said, "Hey, if you want it, go ahead and jump on it." So I did go ahead and jump on it, and I'm actually really excited about it. You can see there was a good deal on it right there, $1.25 right there. Can't really beat that for a hardcover book of this caliber, and it's actually in really good shape. Actually, the list price on it is $26.95. So I'll read the description here on the inside cover. In Biloxi, Mississippi, a landmark tobacco trial and hundreds of millions of dollars at stake begins routinely, then swerves mysteriously off course. The jury is behaving strangely, and at least one juror is convinced he's being watched. Soon, they have to be sequestered. Then, a tip from an anonymous young woman suggests that she is able to predict the jurors' increasingly odd behavior. Is the jury somehow being manipulated or even controlled? If so, by whom? And more important, why? And so, by the way, that is a short but fantastic description right there. It gives you just enough to sink your teeth into without giving away the whole story. And so it's really great, well-written description, short and sweet. As I watched the movie, it's so well done, and it has, twists and turns in there that you're just kind of like, whoa, that was like, wow, didn't quite see that coming. Some things I did see coming, even though I hadn't read the book. And so now I have this question. Having watched the movie and enjoyed the movie, do I now go and read the book? Will the book be as pleasurable to read after having already seen the movie? Now, I do have some experience with this because I did watch many times the film documentary Hoop Dreams about two young kids that grew up in the city of Chicago, and it tracks them from middle school, just before high school, through high school, and to a lesser extent, life after high school. It was a brilliant documentary you don't even have to be a basketball fan to appreciate what's going on in Hoop Dreams. So I watched Hoop Dreams many times and enjoyed it almost every time I watch it, and I probably watch it maybe a couple times a year. Then one day I found out that there was a Hoop Dreams book, and I thought, oh, okay, it's just going to basically be just regurgitating everything that we've already seen in the documentary. But I was wrong, because the book actually did more than just discuss strictly what happened in the documentary. The book actually went in much more detail, and it helped you to contextualize some things that you saw in the movie and you didn't quite have the backstory that was in the book. And so it was really a great thing that I really enjoyed the movie. And then I read the book and I'm like, whoa, all these things then started to make sense. And even things that I was didn't even know about were explained over the course of reading that book. So great opportunity. I'm sure I still would have enjoyed them both either way, but I think it was really kind of a bonus to see the movie, which was very well done, and then to get even more information from the book, I think was probably the better cadence of how to do it, seeing the movie first and then reading the book. I'm hoping that Runaway Jury will be much the same. There's only one way to find out, and that's to jump in to Runaway Jury by John Grisham.